Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Direct snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, the ground game. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Texas.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Got a first down. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays.
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 31, but give him 10 on that play.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Plucks it out of the air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This defense has owned the first half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big 3rd down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here, and you've had a great first half.
And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Russell. Caught, close to the marker, it's Smith. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the 1st down, now set up 1st and goal.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Wants to throw again. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy over.
The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Touch pass on the right. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
a crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. The throw. Got a man. It's McCutcheon. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Simon. Still on his feet at the 45. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He got it. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. Makes the grab, it's Young. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Smith. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
To throw, it's Russell. Now improvising. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Wants to throw on third down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Quick strike complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking to the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On first down, the quarterback sneak. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. change it, and that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Winston. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. He'll throw on 3rd down. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. The give from the gun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And
We need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, and you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back, you can throw the ball a ton, you can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down and run. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
You're playing well right now in all three phases, and you're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Turning it on! Running inside the 20. Touchdown time! Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here comes the Texas offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, running back on the move. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, Points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Looking to pass. It's Russell. Extending the play. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback adapted. He'll throw it. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Quarterback empties his backfield. Offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Boy, that didn't take long. Racing down the field in the red zone in less than a minute. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Running behind that left side. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Skips away from pressure. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Young. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. Dropping back, it's Russell. Moving away from pressure. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. buys a little time with his feet. He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Going to swing it on second down. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
That can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
On the move. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
29 Philly, 2-0.
The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 7 over Georgia Tech. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job in the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
He lets one fly deep. Reels it in down the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCutcheon. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Throws to the back. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. They want to go for back-to-back scores. They're lining up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. There, I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Caught in the backfield. The jump. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down.
25.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And they'll send out the field goal unit. pushes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. To the air on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Takes it the other way.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out